Someone let me off of the sofa. I've never been this close to the camera. I'm going to get recognised on the street now. Not by strangers, but people I know.
I've been a lot closer than this to the camera, so.
So actually for them, it's a comfort that you're this far away.
Wow.
It's a good middle ground.
Hello, and welcome back to the channel.
Hi.
You may think this is a different set, but
It's not. It's just a different angle and a different person allowed into it.
yes, so Sam is joining me today to save petrol for you.
Yeah.
We decided to do it here because we went to a record shop in Reading, the Sound Machine.
Yep.
Shout out. If you live near Reading, you should go there. It's great. Not quite as good as the 4 times a year-ish record fair,
that we tend to
but
go
it is still very good for the little building that it is. And I'm actually got 2 trips to there that I need to catalogue. Sam only has today's, but total I have 9 records. Sam has 5. So yeah, I kind of skipped doing a record. Well, I don't know when this is going to be out. I'll probably just put this out when I need a video, and
we
I don't
probably
want to
won't
edit.
be talking by the time it comes out, but this can be my last hurrah.
Yeah, well, that's what happens with guests I have on this channel, isn't it?
Yeah, eventually we leave.
You stop talking.
We get released.
Yeah. So I'll do my first haul first, and then we'll do Sam's haul from today, and then we'll do my haul from today. So I'm beginning with a 12-inch single of Falling by Julie Cruz.
Oh, I've not heard
which
of
is,
Julie Cruz.
As you will see there, Laura Palmer, the theme song of Twin Peaks. So I was very happy to own this on vinyl. It was very cheap. I think it was like £1. And a dog's had at it, I think. But
they didn't have at the record.
Yeah, no, that's a very comforting thought. So Julie, go back there. My next purchase was £3, the £3 bin. That is great.
Yeah.
I think it's really good. Sam will get into it as well later. This is The 6 Wives of Henry VIII by Rick Wakeman, a concept album, each song named after one of Henry VIII's 6 wives. Progressive rock. Very interesting bloke, Rick Wakeman.
Yeah.
Obviously best known for Yes and playing piano on David Bowie's Hunky Dory album. Plays the very iconic piano part on Life on Mars. And yeah, he's a very cool musician. I've never heard this. My dad's talked about it at length before, so I thought £3,
Can't go wrong.
why not form an opinion of my own on it? So there you go. Next, we've got a bit of Wings, Paul McCartney and this was £4. This is from the different record shop, which is not fully a record shop. It's this guy's little like hole of treats.
It's like his shed where he's willing to part with stuff if you give him enough money.
Yeah, he's a very interesting guy. He only takes cash. So I said to Sam, like, we should just go in just so I can show you what it's like.
Just tantalising, because I only bought card.
Yeah, and it was an interesting place. Always plays some strange music and lovely guy, really nice guy. I've been there before. That's where I got The Point by Harry Nilsson. So kind of makes sense that you'd have music like that in his shop. But anyway, Venus and Mars by Paul McCartney and Wings. Gatefold again. I think this is one of Wings' best albums, to be honest. It has You Gave Me the Answer, which I really like. Magneto and Titanium Man is a really good one. Listen to What the Man Said is the big hit on this one. Love in Song, really good. The title track just flows really nicely. You know, we talk a lot about the cohesive album experience, and this one has a very nice flow to it. So I was very glad to pick that one up. Next, we have one that Sam saw today and was like, Tom, you should get this. We have got the Yes album by Yes, which is not my favourite Yes album, but it's still very good.
It's not a No album either.
No, it's not. I quite like the back cover, actually. I think that's quite cool. And yeah, this was before Rick Wakeman joined the band, actually, but you still got Chris Squire and John Anderson and Steve Howe, Bill Bruford, obviously, on drums. So yeah, this has I've Seen All Good People, one of their more famous songs. Yeah, only 6 songs, but really good, great playing, catchy songs. You know, up there with the best of prog of the 70s, I think. So good job. Go back there as well. Then we got a double bill from the same band, a band I've been going nuts for recently, a band that for a while I wasn't that big into, but for some reason something's clicked and I'm just like, I love this band. It's The Who. We've got The Who by Numbers, which is a very underrated album, I think, not really loved in many circles. I'm also from the Strange Man's Little Shop.
It's not called.
It should be. It should be. This has just got some great songs. Slip Kid's a great way to open. However Much I Booze is this like rip roaring, almost country-ish song. Squeezebox is delightfully cheeky with its sexual innuendo. Imagine a Man is just heartbreaking, and then you get 3 songs in a row on side 2, which are just really tug at the heartstrings. They Are All in Love, Blue, Red, and Grey, and How Many Friends Have I Really Got? Which are all just really sad songs. Pete Townsend was not in a good place when he wrote this. But the music is really catchy. In places it's fun, in places it's really depressing. But throughout, there is a consistent, beautiful nature to this album, especially Blue, Red, and Grey, which is just Pete Townsend singing with the ukulele and very light brass horn section. So it works really, really well, more than you would think, maybe. And yeah, Who by Numbers is there. And then my final one of my first set is one of my prized possessions in my entire collection, an album I've searched for, Quadrophenia. I've seen it a few times. Of course, you will have seen love the back cover. That's so cool with the like drowning, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it's if you want to hear my thoughts in depth, me and Aidan did a very long-winded episode on it. Comes with the booklet, which is just a bit loose. Whoopsie. I'm really good at this YouTube thing, you know. Loads of different photos and stuff. They went all in on this album to really make it worth owning, and there's a reason why it's so sought after and so expensive, and I was glad I got it. £25.
Wow.
It is in great condition. Obviously, the only thing is that the booklet kind of falls out, but at least it comes with the booklet, which is something that a lot of them don't. So yeah, very happy. It's an original pressing as well. So
Oh my word.
yeah, so one of my prized possessions, and I will look after it very well, and I'll leave it there so you can see it.
Very cool.
So
Thanks
Sam,
for
what did
that.
you get today?
Well, now we're all caught up with Tom,
Mhm.
we can get involved in what I've managed to pick up. Now, in the £3 bargain bin, there is a nice, indeed,
Yeah.
at least when I say it, when you buy 4 of them, you can get it for £3 each, isn't it?
£2.50 each.
Yeah, £2.50. Yes, it's £3.
There's 4 for £10.
Yeah, 4 for 10.
Yeah.
Wow, that was such a long-winded way of saying it, and I didn't even get to the point. Fantastic. But because we can find 4 from this bin each that we would like, we decided to pool our
I
resources.
think we had 3 each, didn't we? And we had to decide.
Yeah, and we jettisoned one, and we decided to go into business together and managed to get ourselves 50 pence shaved off at each record. So the first 2 records I have to produce were for £2.50 each. The first one is a record that I have talked about with Tom on the channel before, and it's Genesis, and then there were 3.
Which didn't actually rank that high for you, did
No,
it?
not really, but I do remember it being very pleasant. It does have my #1 favourite song from the band on it, which Follow You, Follow Me.
Undertow as well.
So, Undertow, yeah, and it's a gatefold album, which
Yeah.
I didn't even realise buying it. It's a nice, pleasant surprise to have caught. Very nice surprise to have caught on camera.
Yeah.
I really enjoy Genesis. I already own 2 of their records, so it's nice to add to the collection a record which I am fond of. Next, I've taken a bit of a chance. I've said on the channel before that I only buy albums on vinyl
You've
that I've
broken that
heard
rule
of in
today.
full.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Multiple
have.
times, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting desperate. I have bought Alf by Alison Moyet, which is a great 80s throwback. She was of Yazoo with Vince Clarke, once of Depeche Mode and then of Erasure. But he's not it. But she is, and I know 2 songs on this album, Invisible and All Cried Out, and they are good enough for me to take a chance on what could be not a fantastic album. But again, only £2.50. Alison Moyet has got a very interesting voice. I do very much enjoy what I do know of her.
Yeah,
So
she's
it
a good
is quite
singer,
nice to
yeah.
actually get a chance to listen to a full album of hers in the intended format.
Mm.
So that'll be nice. Next one is another album of which I already have bought a record of this artist. It's The Police, Agatha de Blanc. I only again know a couple of songs from this, Message in a
singles,
Bottle
yeah.
and Walking on the Moon, indeed. But they open the A side and B side respectively. So
Even if it sucks,
yes,
yeah.
I can just play those two songs and then press stop on it. This one was a little bit more expensive. This is £8.
Well, the funny thing about that we should mention as well is that this was when we went to the new in section.
Yes.
And I sort of flicked through and I saw, oh, they have the entire discography of the Police, apart from Synchronicity was the only one they didn't have.
Yeah. So I've decided to take a chance on this. I will be giving it a listen. Maybe at one point we'll be doing the Police.
I think we will be after Tom Petty. I think we will be.
So I will share my opinions then. Another record from Genesis next, the self-titled.
You like considerably more.
Well, yes, I do like a lot more than. And then there were three.
Yeah.
Can't even remember what record I bought. What a day I'm having. Yeah. Great tracks on this. Mama, That's All, Home and Second Home by the Sea, the critically acclaimed Illegal Alien.
It's no fun.
Well, indeed, and by critically acclaimed, I actually mean it's received a lot of criticism. But it's a really fun album. It's quite interesting. I'm looking forward to playing it on vinyl.
That's All. Love that song.
It is a good song. But Mama is a very powerful track, and I do stand by that.
You've messed this up, haven't you?
I
haven't
have.
put them in the right.
But you didn't need to say anything, Tom.
Well, I any excuse I can
to show me
you up. Yeah.
But I'm quite pleased to end on introducing this album because this is an artist I've never expressed any sort of pleasure.
It's an artist that I don't think I've ever heard of.
No, and I really don't think you would like it.
Oh, okay.
It's very 80s. You won't guess what it is. Johnny Hates Jazz. I honestly don't know which one's Johnny, if any of them, but I do know if there is one, he doesn't like jazz and he wants you to know about it.
He likes synth pop.
But I like 3 of the songs from it. A man that I know, a friend of the family, he's really nice bloke, and he would just say to me at parties, can you put Johnny Hates Jazz on the jukebox? I was like, who's Johnny Hates Jazz? I was like, just play it. I love Johnny Hates Jazz. I was like, all right then, I will. Yeah. And so he's actually got me into Johnny Hates Jazz. I think they're a pretty short-lived band. I'm happy to be corrected. This could be their only album. Maybe there's another one. This is the only one that I think has any value, even for people that have heard of Johnny Hates Jazz. I know of Shattered Dreams, Heart of Gold, and I Don't Want to Be a Hero. Those are the 3 songs I know. Interestingly, though, first 2 songs open the A side and the other one opens the B side.
Again, if you hate it.
Yeah, so it's pretty safe bet, especially given that this is £5. So actually, I did not go into double digits today, which I am very proud of. And I am actually quite pleased to have this. And I did actually look, I thought it said it was produced by Calvin Harris, which would have been a bit nuts. So it's Calvin Hayes.
I mean, that would have been quite before Calvin Harris's time.
Exactly. I just thought there was another Calvin Harris and it would have made me laugh. But no, Calvin Hayes produces that. And what a point to end my haul, just talking about him.
I wonder if it's acceptable in the 80s. It's Calvin Harris.
Yeah. Okay. I just didn't find it fun.
Okay. So unfortunately for me, I can't quite have the same pride in my day as Sam, because not only did I go over the £10 threshold, I only came out today to show Sam the Sound Machine record shop, and I was like, I'm not going to buy anything. I'm quite low on money.
The fact that we've made a video shows he didn't keep to that.
I bought 3 records. Obviously, 2 of them were in the 4 for £10, and then one was £15, which
a leap.
I looked at the new in and I knew I shouldn't have. I was like, Land of Stamore, I could have that one. Nah. And then I saw the album that you'll see shortly, and I just had to have it. So what did I get? First off is my only punt of the day in terms of an album I haven't heard, which is something I like to do, at least with one purchase, usually a cheap one, like I did with a couple of those. I've gone for Squeezing Out Sparks by Graham Parker, who is in the same kind of world as, your Joe Jackson, Elvis Costello, Marshall Crenshaw, which is a world I like. So I kind of assumed that I would like it. So I'm kind of excited to check it out. I've had a lot of friends tell me it's good. one or two friends tell me it's good.
Enough
And-
to make you
Yeah,
take
exactly,
a chance.
exactly. And I've seen it around a lot, and I'm pretty certain I would at least give it like a 7 or an 8. And for £2.50, so that's that one. I was going to put it above Quadrophenia, but I need to show it off in all its glory. And the other one is one that I'm going to mention my dad again, because he's going to be very happy with me about this one. New World Record by ELO, my dad's probably favorite band of all time. He can correct me on that one. I see him next. I think so.
I hope you're happy, Mark.
Yeah. And then you got Living Thing on here, which is one of their best songs. Telephone Line, also one of their best songs. A lot of other good songs. Jeff Lynne, hard to go wrong. Fun music. Not my favorite band in the world, but this is my favorite album by them, so I was glad to pick it up. And then, speaking about my favorite band in the world, we found it. Magical Mystery Tour by the Beatles. I mean, that's quite cool. I didn't even look into it. It's got a cool booklet type thing. Also falling out like with Quadrophenia, but
it smells like an old record.
it really does. That's
nothing warm.
Very cool though. I mean, I ranked this number 5, I think, in my Beatles ranking. And
I think I ranked it surprisingly high.
yeah,
It's like number
it
7.
has bangers on it, like Penny Lane, All You Need Is Love, Hello Goodbye, Strawberry Fields Forever, or on the B side actually. On the A side's pretty good too, with the title track and Fool on the Hill and I Am the Walrus, good songs. Yeah, it's technically a film soundtrack, but people tend to count it as a Beatles album, and I can see why. It's a great album. I'm glad to own it because it has some of my favorite Beatles songs on it, and it adds to my Beatles collection. So,
how many have you got now?
I think 5 studio albums and 2 compilations and 2 singles. So, yeah, 3 compilations actually.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got 2 compilations. Never mind. What a great video this has been.
I know,
So,
it's great, chaotic energy.
if you've enjoyed, it actually does say includes 24-page full color picture book. So
but
I
not
should
that
have
you
known.
read that.
No, I didn't. I just saw the album and was like, I have to have it, because you never see. I don't know if you saw the Beatles albums we saw there. You never see them under.
No,
10
they're
quid.
ridiculous.
And because they know they can charge whatever they want,
Yeah,
because
they're the
people will pay
Beatles.
it. Yeah, I saw
You've heard
Hard
of
Day's
them.
Night, and I went, and it was 40 quid. I did the McCartney 2 face, and but yeah, I was glad to pick up this one. And yeah, if you enjoyed listening to us ramble about music we like, please tell us that you did, and like. And I don't know when we're going to be doing this next. At some point, we'll be doing it again.
When
And,
any luck.
yeah, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you soon.